A leisurely day, everyone. I am Marijosa El Pascual, your reporter for today. Before I'm going to start my report, I would like to say hi, sir, our professor to this subject PED 201. His name is Dr. Lloyd A. Mata. So I'm going to give an insights and based on my research and the theories about my report is the brief introduction about sociological in education, sociological, anthropological foundation of education, historical of education, and psychological foundation of education and legal education. Do you still remember the what kind of American psychologist is that again? Oh yeah, the name of Abraham Maslow. If you still remember, Mr. Abraham Maslow. You still remember the American psychologist? His name is Abraham Maslow. I think all of you can remember him. So Abraham Maslow, he has a Maslow hierarchy of needs. And I know one of the most popular too is Mr. Carl Rogers, who is also an American psychologist. Before I'm going to proceed my topics, I'm going to tell you some of the information I have been gathered. So Mr. Abraham Maslow, he he is the father about the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Meanwhile, Mr. Carl Rogers, he has this kind of topic about human self. If you remember the human self and way back in our college days, I'm going to give you an insight about here. So first, Mr. Abraham Maslow, the hierarchy of needs. So there's a psychological. Psychological, it means seems like breathing, the water, yung mga ano lang, just like the basic needs of a human, human being. Yung mga basic need pa yan, yung psychological. Like water, food, drink, gano'n lang yan. It's like a basic things. And then next is the safety. So Mr. Abraham Maslow about the safety. Sample kasi yung safety like a house. Kung okay ba yung house ninyo. Or yung money, yung pera. And then next is love or belonging. Understandable na din yung love kasi nga yung pagmamahal. Yung friendship, family, ganun yun. And then next is esteem. Kung wala kang self-esteem, paano ka mag-grow, right? Without kind of self-esteem, kung naka-stuck ka na lang sa friend mo, paano ka mag-grow, right? Self-esteem seems like na magkakaroon ka na ng self-confidence, yung bang dati-dati hindi mo nagagawa, ngayon nagagawa mo na. You know how to respect others. You cannot be respected if you cannot even show them how you respect them. You must think about yourself also. How you're going to respect yourself. And then last one is self-actualization. Self-actualization yan na nga. Morality, creativity, acceptance of facts, lack of prejudice. Yan nga. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na psychological. Alam ko sa mga teachers dyan sa public school, napansin nyo ba? Have you even noticed that some of your students are malnourished, yung kasali sa 4Ps. Alam yun, hangang-hanga din ako sa mga public school because they are focusing on the learners. And also, kapag may mga feeding program, maraming mga batang natutulungan. Psychological kasi even though sabihin natin yung bata, mukhang okay pero yung katawan na niya hindi pala. Psychological, doon ba sa bahay, nabibigay ba nila yung mga needs ng mga anak nila? Yung parents ba, nabibigyan ba ng pagkain yung mga anak nila? May baon ba sila? Baka wala din, di ba? Minsan, yung teacher pa yung nagbibigay. O kaya si school din. That's why. And also, yung mga damit ng mga bata, ganun. Have you even noticed yung mga bata na wala mang kadamit-damit, paulit-ulit lang nila yung ginagamit yung mga clothes nila. They're going to use the same old things. And some of them are punit-punit na din. Punit-punit na din yung mga gamit nila. Yung psychological. Yan ba, nakakatulog ba sila ng maayos? Napansin niyo ba yung mga ibang bata na in your class, bakit natutulog na lang sila? You are giving them a lesson, but why? Why they are going to sleep? Bakit natutulog na lang sila bigla-bigla? Bakit parang matamlay sila? Dahil nga dun, sa Maslow hierarchy of needs, dapat din yung mga parents, binibigay din nila ito sa mga anak nila. Pero ano ang ending? Si teacher ang nagsusuporta. Next, safety. Safety. Napapansin niyo ba yung mga bata ngayon kung bakit yung mga behavior nila ay nagsasabi ng bad words? Bakit yung pag-uugali nila parang mas mature? Bakit yung ugali nila, hindi nila na-enjoy yung mga pagkabata pa nila? Have you even noticed that? Yung bang bata na nagtitinda na. When I was a kid, in my elementary days, nagtitinda din talaga ako. After ng klase namin. Ang tinatinda ko dati, yung mga popcorn and also including the sweets, yung mga yema, ganun. Tsaka iba pang mga pwede kong itinda. Safety kasi. Kasi nga, single mother yung mama ko. And we are struggling during that time. Na, yung bang nasa isipan ko na, dapat patulungan ko na si mama. Dapat I can give something to her. Dapat meron akong may bigay. Dapat sa batang edad kung yung mga kinder pa lang ako, ganun ang ginagawa ko. Imagine that, kinder to elementary days. Nung senior high din, ganun din ginagawa ko. During my OJT, ganun din yung ginagawa ko. Ganun. Okay, about the safety sa environment ang mga bata. Totoo nga yun. The mirror of your child is in the house. Kung ano ang ugali ng anak mo, yun ang nakikita niya sa inyo. Kaya nga ang sinasabi nila, a child is good imitator. Magaling sila mag-copy. Akala nila, yung mga sinasabi mo, the one that you are talking about na bad words or anything else, akala nila normal yun. May kasalanan din naman kasi ang mga magulang din dito. Kasi salita ng salita sila noon, nakala ng mga bata, normal na yon, but not knowing na mali pala yon. By saying bad words or other things. Yung environment ba ng bata, okay ba? Nakakatulong ba sa kanya yon? No? Can you guess it? Kung bakit yung estudyante mo bastos? Kung bakit yung estudyante mo galing mag-bully? Bakit yung estudyante mo nag-i-scream na lang bigla-bigla? Psychological na kasi yan. Yung nga, are they safe on their environment? Ganun. Minsan nga, yung mga bata, mas paniniwalaan pa nila ang kanilang mga kaibigan rather than parents. Ang hirap din kasi ito, safety nga. Oo, safety sila sa school. Pero inside of their house, are they safe? Dadan. Yun nga, and health. Yung health ng bata. Okay ba yung bata? Nabibigyan ba ng tustos yung mga magulang? Have you ever seen or noticed na yung mga vloggers ngayon na teachers, nagpapasalamat din ako sa kanila. I'm amazed for their works. Even though kahit they are only a public school teachers, they're doing their best to vlog how they're going to teach, how they face the reality. And then, yung resources ng mga bata. Kapag magpapaproject si teacher, baka sobra-sobra na yan. Kaya ba ng bata? Dapat tayo mga teachers, dapat isipin natin, resources. Kung magpapaproject ba ako, kaya ba ng mga lahat? Dapat maging general ka. Huwag yung gusto mo na. Kasi hindi lahat ay pantay-pantay. Merong mahirap, mas mahirap. Oo, alam ko na maraming mayayaman na ngayon. Pero hindi kasalanan ng bata yun na mahirap siya. Kundi kasalanan ng mga magulang. Kasi they didn't even plan. Or, I don't know why, what kind of a reason. Kaya ikaw, as a teacher, wag mo nang pahirapan pa ang estudyante mo. Next. Morality and yung connection of the family. Yun nga, morality, yung ugali ng bata. The behavior of the child. What they see, what they hear, what they speak, they only imitate it on the older ones. That nakala nila, normal lang. Yun nga, kawawa nga yung mga teacher talaga eh. Yung mga teacher ang nag-e-effort ng sobrang-sobra para lang maging mabuti yung bata. Next. Yung bang trabaho ng mga parents nila? Okay ba yung income? Ganun. Natutustusan ba yung mga kailangan ng estudyante mo? O kaya pati na yung estudyante mo, kailangan na din maghanap buhay after their class. Love and belonging. Yung pagmamahal. Yung bang tunay na pagmamahal, have you ever seen some of your students na para bang malayo sila sa mga magulang nila? They are distancing themselves to their parents. Yes, they are distancing. Kasi nga, mas paniniwalaan nila yung kaibigan nila. As the teacher, the second parent, inside of the classroom, kailangan natin tulungan yung mga bata na to. Kaya sabi nga ni Jose Rizal, ang mga kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Tayo nga yun, isa na din tayo doon na teacher na pag-asa ng mga bata. Nabilang tayo na parang second parent nila dito, dapat gawin natin yung makakaya natin. We're going to do our best to mold them na para bang they can find their own. They can understand. We need to make them understand every single thing. Ganon tayo. And family. It is much better din na magkaroon din tayo ng family meeting, yung mga PTA or other things. Especially to the behavior of their child. And you're going to have a talk with their parents naman. So, esteem. Yun na nga. Natulungan mo na yung bata sa love and belonging. Yung psychological, natutulungan mo din siya. Na pinapakain, ganon. Safety. Yung mga safety na ginagawa niya na para bang nagtitinda. Or minsan nga, yung mga teachers na din yung bumibili sa mga tinda ng mga estudyante nila. So, esteem, self-esteem. You as a teacher, remember this. You as a teacher, tayong lahat, we as a teacher na din. We as a teacher, we are not the one who's going to pull down your, uh, we are not the one who's going to pull down our learners' future. However, we are the one who's going to pull them up. Kasi, I have been noticed that some of the teacher, they're going to compare some of the students as what I have said during our class to Sir Mata. Kind of multiple intelligence. Dapat alam natin yun. Hindi porket magaling yung isa sa math, kukumpirahin mo na siya. Ano? Dapat tayo yung mang-build up sa kanila. We are the one who's going to build them up para bang sila kasing clay. We are the one who's going to carve them, to make them a lot of shapes. Dapat sila na yung mag-grow. Ganun kasi yun. Wag na wag tayo yung dahilan na magkakaroon sila ng trauma. Wag na wag tayong dahilan na magkakaroon sila ng trauma sa kanilang sarili. Na para magkaroon sila ng confidence. Yun na nga, esteem. Nakiusap ka na sa parents sila. Tapos tinutulungan mo din yung bata. Kahit man lang, yung parents sila or yung mga guardians, walang time. At least you as a teacher, you are doing your best to make them confident. Okay? Because not every time naman na kayang-kaya nila yan. They need someone to lift them up. That's why we are the teachers, to lift them up. Tandaan nyo yan. Now, respect of others and in respecting yourself. Ikaw nga, as a teacher, do you even respect yourself? Do you even respect others? If you show kindness to your students, I believe na if you show kindness to your student and not giving up on them, giving them confident, mababago mo yung bata. That's what I'm doing. Na marami akong bata na handle, na nawawalan ng self-confidence at dinadown yung sarili nila. Pero anong ginagawa ko? I'm raising them up. Kasi gusto ko na makuha nila yung pinaka-asam nila kasi they have a potential. Everyone has a potential. Ano lang yun? And then, yun na nga, safety and esteem are connected. Kasi si safety, yun nga, yung environment ng bata, napaka-toxic na nga. Toxic na sobra. Toxic na nga doon sa bahay, totoksikin mo pang ikaw na teacher ka? Ganon ka ba? No. You are not that kind of a teacher. Huwag ka magpaging toxic sa mga sudante mo. Di porket hindi alam ng sudante mo, ida-down mo na siya. You are not that kind of a teacher. Kaya nga nag-license ka dahil may passion ka. For me, teaching is not a job, but a passion. So, nakapagkita ka na lang ng magandang ugali, you show them respect, kindness, sympathy, empathy, lahat-lahat na. Ayun, tutulungan mo yung bata na magbago paunti-unti. Now, self-actualization, yun na, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lahat-lahat na yan. Yung mga ginagawa na, you started as psychological, safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. Lahat-lahat na yon hanggang nag-self-actualization na yung bata. Nun na meron na siyang self-confidence. Acceptance of the facts. Acceptance na niya, nagiging grateful siya. Yun kay Maslow, hierarchy of needs. Yun ang insights ko kay Abraham Maslow sa kanyang pyramid. Yan. Yan yung sinasabi ko. So, the study of how the bodies function and process influence learning and the teaching environment. As you as a teacher, you are not the one who's going to pull a student future. So, safety din, Dadagdag ko na din kung safety ba yung environment ng school ninyo, if it's not toxic or okay ba yung building na din. Idadagdag ko na din yan. So, dapat dito, sa Maslow hierarchy of needs, may connection sa parent and a teacher. Minsan nga, yung mga parent na sa OFW, o kaya yung yung nagbabantay na lang sa bata, are their grandma or grandpa. Yan kay Maslow hierarchy of needs. Yan, I'm going to continue about kay Carl Rogers. Knowing about yourself. So, nandito kasi yung mirror self, image self, ano ba yung isa? Mirror self, image self, and real self. Yan. Pwede ko din i-connect to as a teachers and for the students. Okay, so, yan sinabi ko ulit, si image self, real self, and mirror self. Mirror self. Ano nakikita mo sa sarili mo? Ano nakikita nila sa'yo? Mirror self. Yung mirror self na yun, na nakikita mo sa sarili mo, at nakikita din nila sa'yo, you are the role model in the classroom and even the school, kahit saan ka magpunta-punta. Always remember na you are a teacher. Kahit saan ka magpupunta-punta, even whenever you go, remember that you are a teacher. Don't even act an immature one. Don't even act na palengkera. Kasi, kung ano yung tinatopic mo sa mga lesson mo, dapat ginagawa mo din sa sarili mo yan. Wag lang yung turo ng turo tapos titignan ka nila, sinasabi ni teacher na ganun tapos di naman niya ginagawa. Sino nakakahiya? Hindi ikaw. Mirror self yun. Ano ba yung nakikita mo sa sarili mo? Ano yung nakikita ng iba sa'yo? Ano yun? And even to, ikaw yung role model, dapat kung ano nakikita ng bata, they are, as I said earlier, they are a great imitator. Nag-i-imitate nga sila Anan. Next naman ngayon ay image self. Now we're going to focus on image self. Excuse me. Image. Have you ever think or have you even noticed your students na para bang much better pa sa kanila na mag-isa? Pwede kong i-connect dun kay true self, kay image self. Magkaiba yung mirror self, kikita nila sa'yo, nakikita mo sa sarili mo. Image self naman kay Carl Rogers, an American psychologist, ay magkakakonect sila kay real self. Image self minsan yung para bang gusto ko maging ganito. Yung bang parang pinaplano mo. Pero meron kang plan to yourself. But I'm going to ask you something. Ginusto mo ba na maging teacher? Or na-force ka lang? Ano lang yun? Next is the real self. Ang sakit lang kasi talaga na may napapansin tayong mga estudyante na much better sila na mag-isa and some of them are, I'm going to classify kind of a student. Ambivert, like between of the introvert and extrovert. An extrovert, like a person who is good in socializing, much better sila sa may grupo. Introvert, those one na much better sila na mag-isa. And ambivert are between those two. Nasa gitna lang siya na pwede siyang maging introvert, ambivert, kahit anong klase pa yan. So, you as a teacher, What kind of you doon sa tatlo na yon? Ako, ambivert ako. Pwede ako mag-flow for my students. As you as a teacher, yung real self na sinasabi ko, yung iba kasi, some of the people are going to judge you without them knowing what is truth. Ganon talaga ang realidad. Even in the workplace, ganon yan. So, as sa'yo, ikaw naman na teacher ka, dapat maging ambivert ka. You know how to handle different kinds of behavior of your students. Na ikaw na nakikita mo na nga introvert yung bata, dapat you're going to teach him or her na makipaghalubilo din. Kahit papano mag-isa siya dati, ngayon, alam na niya makipaghalubilo. Katulad nga yung sinabi ko dyan, tingnan nyo. Esteem, dyan, magkakaroon na siya ng friendship sa mga ibang tao. Pero napapansin niyo ba yung mga estudyante ngayon na ano yung trends, gagawin na nila? Napansin niyo yan? Kung ano yung mga bagong ginagawa, gagawin na nila. They're going to the same trends over and over and over again without them knowing they are erasing their own self. Yung totoo nila. Kasi takot nga sila na kapag hindi na nila ginawa yun, hindi na sila accepted. Next. So, yun na nga. As what I have said earlier. Wait lang. Assessment. Okay. Assessment. In addition kasi dito, in addition dito sa assessment, i-assess mo nga yung sarili mo. Try to assess yourself. Are you doing great? Are you doing your best na ba sa mga student mo? Yung assessment. Ito din kasi nakikita kung ano yung ugali ng estudyante mo, nagpapakita din sa'yo. Na as a teacher, you did very well. Ano yan? Classroom environment, yan nga. Yung classroom environment mo ba? Stable ba? Okay ba? May mga pagka-distract ba sa classroom mo? Dugyot ba yung classroom mo? Clean ba? Or something else? Dapat yung classroom environment mo, maganda. Your classroom environment should be mesmerizing in the eyes of a student. Dapat na may mesmerize sila. Hindi sila yung super nadidistract dahil sa mga pinagagawa mo sa classroom environment mo. So, the way you teach ba, is that a toxic? Toxic ka ba mag-teach? Mayroong gana ba ang mga estudyante mo sa classroom environment mo? Ano lang yun? Next. Consideration in creating comfortable learning environment. Yan. You as a teacher must be flexible. Kaya nga, sinasabi nila, dapat daw flexible tayo. Inclusive din. Kung if ever you have students na, yan na nga, na kailangan na maging inclusive and flexible ka inside of the classroom. You as a teacher, ikaw yung unang-una. Sinasabi ko na naman. You as a teacher, you are the one na tinitignan ng mga bata. If you're going to bully a student, in the next day, gano'n na yung gagawin nila sa kanila. Is that a correct teaching? Is that an ethical behavior of a teacher ba? That is an ethical behavior of a teacher. Ethical ba na ikaw yung magpapasimuno sa lahat-lahat ng hindi nakakagalang, hindi nakakaganda? Alam ko, stress din tayo in real life, but you must know to separate your feelings during your work naman. Huwag yung porket stress ka, ibibigay mo na sa mga bata yung stress mo. Ano ka ba? Bata mga yan. Be professional, okay? Be professional naman ka na lang yan. Be professional tayo. Hindi dapat tayo Yung dahilan na mawawala ng gana yung mga bata, okay? Dapat comfortable sila. Dapat tayo yung dahilan kung bakit, ay, nandyan si teacher. May gana ako pupunta sa classroom kasi ganito siya, mabait. Anong gusto mo? Diyan na naman yung mga pakasungit na teacher. Ang sungit-sungit. Sabi gusto niyo yan? No. Ayaw niyo yon. Next. Special needs, yes. A teacher must be naman na flexible siya. Inclusive. Dapat alam mo yung inclusive. Mga special needs ng mga bata. They are included in the classroom, but magpa-activity ka din sa kanila na pwede sana aayon sa level nila. Sana aayon sa level ng mga bata kasi hindi naman lahat ay same. Porket naman na nandun ka na sa star section, ginanon mo na. Pero tapos dahil tamad ka na, ganun na lang gawin mo, edi same na. Tapos hindi mo pala ina-assess yung mga estudyante mo. O ikaw naman, nandun ka sa mababa. O talaga. Huwag kasi ganun. Huwag tayong maging ganun. Hindi nakakatuwa ang ganun na teacher. Ako yung naiinis sa mga ganun na teacher. Turn off ako. Okay, next. Teaching methods. Educational management. Teaching approaches. Ayan, mas maganda yon. Educational management in teaching approaches. What kind of approaches ba? As I said, wala naman kasing perfect na teaching methods. Paiba-iba nga para hindi maboring yung mga bata. You need to develop and upgrade your teaching methods every day so they won't feel bored and they will feel excited that one day, wow, teacher is so very good in teaching because she is doing such a lot of things. We are enjoying. Dapat ganun tayo. Teaching methods. Dapat gawin natin yung best natin, di porket matamad ka na, ayaw mo na, ipagawa mo na lang, same on, papasulat ka na lang dito sa blackboard mo. Ano na lang gagawin mo? Is that kind of a teacher? Ikaw mismo, tayo nga, sa elementary nga tayo, we are the one na mag-i-start yung mga bata. Kung nasa high school, papansin niyo pa ba itong era na to? This kind of an era, they are in high school but they cannot even create their own story. Their grammars are wrong. E sino sisisihin? E di tayo. Huwag kang maging gano'n na teacher. Naging teacher ka nga dahil tulungan mo yung future ng bata. Kasi yun ang nagre-reflect sa'yo. Huwag kang tamad. Iinis ako sa mga tamad na teacher. Next. Next is, wait na. Adjust ko lang. Okay. Okay, sociology examines. Okay, social influence. Okay, social influence. Sociology examines how social forces shape individual behavior and attitudes. Social influence. You as a teacher, ikaw yung role model, isa ka na doon. Kung ano nakikita nila, kung ano yung environment na pinapakita mo, ganon din ang ugali ng mga estudyante mo. If it's a positive behavior, positive lahat. What is the result? Positive. If you are showing negative, what is the result? Negative. Next. Educational inequality. Yes. Iinis ako sa mga ganyan. So, sociology by investigate how social factors like race, class, and gender affect access to quality education. Naiinis ako sa ganyan. Educational inequality, lalo sa mga teachers natin. Hindi ko naman nilalahat. Some lang. Wait lang, sorry. Some lang kasi ako naiinis sa mga educational inequality ng mga teacher. So, porket iba na yung religion ng bata, di mo na nire-respeto. Porket yung religion ng bata ay Muslim, and you are a Roman Catholic, binabastos mo yung religion ng bata, paano niya i-accept yung religion mo? As what I have said, we need to accept everyone else. Next, gender. Ito yung kinaiinis ko din talaga. Inequality inside of the classroom na may favoritism ang teacher. Naiinis ako dun sa favoritism ng teacher. Yes, favoritism ng teacher na may favorite siya. Gusto ko yan kasi jubi. Ganon. Ito yung mga explanation nila. Dahil binigyan ako ng ganito, ganyan. No. You as a teacher, dapat favorite mo silang lahat. Lahat sila, paborito mo. Hindi lang yung isa ng magaling, hindi lang yung dalawa, porque binigyan ka ng ganito, ganyan. No. You are not that kind of a teacher. Depende na lang kung ganun ka na talaga. Favorite mo sila. Dahil mayaman. Nakaka-turn off talaga ako dun mga chairs. Na nakaka-turn off. Na yung bang, porket mahirap yung bata, parang ano na yung trato mo sa kanya? No. Wag kang ganun. Dapat inside of the classroom, you are not a favoritism teacher, Dapat sila mahal mo. Mahal mo at tanggap mo sila. As your student. Okay? Yun ang nasa isip ko palagi. I accept them all. I love them all as my student. Ganon. Kasi, if your student notice that one of his or her classmates or two or more than them, na ganon, favorite mo, mawawalan na ng gana yung estudyante mo. Gusto mo nun? Baka meron nga na may ginagawa nga yun Nakakatrauma din kaya yun. Nakakawalang gana yun. Hindi ka naging guro para maging ganun ka. Okay, next. Class, gender. Yan nga. Minsan may mga teachers talaga na mas gusto yung babae, mas gusto ng lalaki, ganito, ganyan. Wag ganon. Inequality din yun. Dapat lahat ng gender, even they are gay, LGBTQ, sige na. What's better yun? They are part of the LGBTQ. Ikaw straight ka na teacher, tapos pinagbabawalan mo, dinadaw naman yung bata. No. Wag kang ganun. Dapat, kahit ganun yung bata, wala kang karapatan. Nasa magulang pa rin yun. Huwag mong ipahiya yung bata. Okay? Kung may trauma ka sa noon, huwag mong gawin sa bata. Kung may trauma ka na may ginawa sa iyo yung teacher mo, huwag mong gawin yun sa bata. Next is teacher-student relationship. Yes, sociology studies that the dynamics and impact of teacher-student interaction on learning outcomes. Yun na nga. Na-assess mo na din ba yung mga estudyante mo? Tapos ano yung outcome niya? As you as the teacher, ginawa mo na yung lahat. Yung una, para bang ang layo-layo ng bata sa'yo. Yung naramdaman na niya, I feel safe to this teacher. I want to go every day just to see this kind of a teacher. Ano? Kayo nagli-lift up. Teacher-student relationship is much important. Not more than that, Sko. Teacher tayo. Marami akong nababalitaan about ganon. Yung more than that, wag ganon. Hindi tayo ganon. We as a teacher, we know our limitation also. Okay? We know our limitation also to the students. Yung relationship ninyo, na nagpapakita pa rin na kahit you are close to your student, nire-respeto ka. Alam din nila ang kanilang limitation. Huwag mong barkadahin yung mga estudyante mo na barka-barkada. Huwag ganon. You show them kindness, sympathy, empathy, and everything else that is positive, pero limit ka lang. Maging limit ka. Maging teacher ka din. Huwag yung barkada. Turn off yung gano'n. Okay, next. School culture. So, sociology analyzed that the values, norms, and practices that define a school social environment. Yung culture nyo, ano yung values ninyo, ano yung norms and practices. Yung dapat tanggapin din natin na meron talaga tayong estudyante na naiiba, yung culture din nila, at dapat we as a teacher, we must make them understand that, okay? Next. Educational policy. So it examines that the studies how educational policy. So how policies and laws influence educational institution and outcomes. Next. Ito na ngayon, lahat ng mga sinabi ko. Ilang pang person ako. The study of human society, social behavior, social relationship. Lahat na, everything that I have been said earlier, sinamarize ko na. Ayan. Kahit anong kulay, kahit anong race, what kind of gender, if you're a part of LGBTQ, you must accept them. Okay? Hindi ikaw yung racist sa teacher. Ayaw na ayaw ko yun. And a teacher also, wag ka dapat maging racist. Wag mong binubuli yung bata. Mapayat man yan, mataba man yan, maitim man yan, maputi man yan or ano. Dapat mahalin mo sila ng buong buo na bilang estudyante mo. Okay? Next. Ayan. Anthropological foundation of education. So, it means like, may nakikita kayo dyan. Iba't ibang kind of colors, right? Sa mga kami nila. May maitim, may yellowish, may pagka-dark tin, kaunti, and even may pagka-white. Different kind of colors. So, studies how culture, social structure, and human behavior influence learning and educational institution. Nanggagaling din sa'yo yan, teacher. Yung pag-uugali mo, tandaan mo, you are a teacher. Next. Pupunta ulit ako doon, teach. Wait lang. Yan. A child behavior is a mirror of your home. Always remember that the child behavior is a mirror of your home. And even though is a mirror in the school, kasi ikaw dapat din yung magtutulong sa kanya. Okay, historical of education. So, okay. Pre-Spanish period. Education was informal, yes, with parents and travel tutors providing vocational training and basic academics. Okay. May napapansin tayo, yung mga lalaki yung nag-handling, yes. During this kind of an era, historical of education, pre-Spanish period, yung mga nanay talaga ang guro. The teacher during this kind of an era is the mothers. Yes, it is true. The mothers who teach their child to write, to read, to cook, ganon. Kasi mostly naman talaga dati, yung mga kababaihan dati, sila yung sa bahay lang. Nagtuturo sa mga anak nila. Meanwhile, the boys naman, yung mga lalaki, the husbands, ano, tinitraining din nila yung mga anak nilang lalaki to hunt, paggawa ng bangka, pa, pangangaso, ganon. Yun yung era na yan. Next. Spanish colonization 1521 to 1898. Ayan. So, education became religion-oriented, with Spanish missionaries replacing the tribal tutors. The educational decree of 1863 introduced free primary instruction and compulsory teaching of Spanish. Kasi dati nga, nandito na din tayo, ito na yung era na yon na pinakilala nila si Jesus. So dati kasi, dito sa part na to, sa pre-Spanish period, sa time na yan, their God is yung mga diwata. Oo, mga diwata, yung mga God nila. Yung mga Diyosa, doon sila naniniwala. Doon sila sumasamba. Sa mga anito din, ganon. Gumagawa sila ng mga anito. Next naman, dito sa kabila naman, napakilala na sa atin yung si Papa Jesus. Diyan na era na din ang pinakilala nila si Papa Jesus. At Spanish na din yung lengguwahe din dyan. But, ang nakakasad lang dito sa evolution ng education din natin, mostly, yung pwede lang na mag-aral dati dyan, yung mga mayayaman. Yes, yung mga mahihirap, wala. Sila yung mga slave. They are as slaves during that time. Slaves sila. Meanwhile, yung mga mayayaman, yung mayroong kayang-kaya businessman, they are the one. Do you still remember Jose Rizal? Yes. Rich yung family nila. Pwede siya na mag-aral, pero, yan na nga, na-discriminate pa siya. Next. American period. 1898 to 1946. Ayan. Sila yan. Oh yeah. This one, yung naka-black and white. I will explain that also. And even yung parang black na din na may pagka-yellowish lang. I'm going to explain that. So, the U.S. introduced a new education system with English as a medium of instruction. The Philippine Commission established a highly centralized public school system in 1901. So, yun na nga. Yung black and white na yan na nakikita natin right now are the soldiers of the American. Meanwhile, yung yellowish na may pagka-black and white are the Thomasites. So the Thomasites were the American teachers who arrived in the Philippines in 1901 to establish a new public school system. They were named after the U.S. Army Transport Thomas, the ship that brought from to Manila Bay. Yes, tama ako. Manila Bay. So, arrival nila, during their arrival is 365 men and 165 women arrived in Manila in August, August 21, 1901. Yes, August 21, 1901. So their mission is to establish a public school system to teach a basic education and train Filipino teachers also with English as the medium of instruction. Ano niya yung nangyari? So, yun na nga, nag-start tayo sa tribal lang, sa Spanish, ayan, nasa American na tayo. Next, Japanese occupation, 1942 to 1945. Ayan, yan yung mga Japanese soldiers. Ayan sila. So, the Japanese introduced their own education system, emphasizing love for work and dignity and labor. Dito din yung maganda yung mga Japanese din talaga. Dito tayo naging independent din kasi nga, nandito din tayo nakakuha yung mga yung mga vocational courses dahil sa kanila. So they invaded the Philippines on what year na yun? December 8, 1941. Yes, December 8, 1941. So, I still remember na si Jose P. Laurel are the puppet government. Yes, yung president natin dati. So, ang negative lang dito ay yung human rights abuses. So, widespread force of labor, torture, and massacre occurred. So, during my lola, yung pinaka-great grandma ko, kung buhay lang sana, siya, isa na dun, naka-experience ng Japan. Yan, sa Japanese occupation na yan. Yung mga Japanese daw dati, nang re-rape daw yun, and everything else. Yung mga gustong-gusto pa ng mga Japanese dati, yung mga hihirap lang para makontrol nila. Yun yung nangyari. So the resistance about this kind is guerrilla groups. So the guerrilla groups are like the Hukbalahap and Philippine Scouts fought against Japan. And yan. So, the liberation about this naman sa Japanese occupation is that, American forces led by the General Douglas MacArthur, yes, na liberated in the Philippines. Next. Post-war period. Yan. Wala nang wars. Okay na tayo. Post-war period, current na, nangyari na ngayon. Ayan. The Department of Education was re-established and the country transitioned to a democratic government. The Education Act of 1982 and the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001 further reformed the education system. So, this has been the newly independent nation sought to reclaim its identity while balancing the lasting influence of the American educational model. Okay. We are here now, psychological foundation of education. The application of psychological principles to understand how humans learn and develop, which informs effective teaching practices and curriculum design. So, psychological education, brief ko na lang, i-brief introduction ko na lang. Kasi mahaba talaga to, mahaba. Sobrang haba. So, explore how psychological principles and theories inform teaching and learning educational practices, just like the key areas. Okay, yes. Mamaya pa pala to. Just like the key areas. Learning theories. Ayan. Learning theories just like behavioral, cognitive, and human perspective has been connected to psychological foundation of education. Next, development stages, cognitive, social, and economic, emotional development across lifespan. Next, motivation. Motivation, extrinsic, and self-determination theory. Next is intelligence. Types are theories and assessment. Personality, traits, types, and educational implication. So, understanding this kind of psychological foundation, it helps educators as tayo lahat na, as educators, to create effective learning environments, tailor instructions, then to diverse learners, and promote overall student well-being. Next. Okay. Okay, legal education in the Philippines. The study of laws and regulation governing the Philippine educational system, including the structure, administration, and operation of schools, as well as the right and responsibilities of teachers, students, and other stakeholders. Laws, regulation, right lang. Oh, okay, gets. So just like in the key stages of this kind of legal education, just like undergraduate, undergraduate degree, a, a prerequisite for admission to a Philippine law school is the completion of of bachelor degree. Nag-graduate din tayo mga teacher. Law school admission, the students must pass the Philippine Law School admission test, PhilSAT, before enrolling a law program. Law degree program, students complete a 4-year course of doctoral, juris doctoral of a bachelor laws, and other things. So, tayo na. Para mga teacher na, dito na tayo. Tayo ng mga Philippines. A licensure examination, LPT, licensure examination for professional teacher. Dapat makapasa tayo bago tayo mag-teach. Dapat lisensyado na tayo. Kasi walang dapat maging guro na hindi nakakapasa talaga. Tama din yon. So, the Philippine Bar Examination, after completing that, dapat meron na din tayong yung parang lisensya na nagre-require ito na okay na tayo. Next, ay wala na pala. Yun lang. As I have said, sa lahat ng mga sinabi ko, sana yung mga ibang teachers ay magbago na din. I know that we are not a perfect teacher. I know naman na we are stressed, we are tired, meron naman tayong buhay sa bahay. As what I have said again, be professional. Okay? You know to handle everything. That's why you are the teacher. And please, you as a teacher, huwag kang sadot. Huwag kang tamad. Okay? Huwag tayong maging tamad. Kasi naging guro ka dahil may purpose yon. Depende na lang kung purpose mo is only the job. Wala kang passion. Kasi ako noon pa, I have this kind of a passion. Hindi lang ako nag-iisa. Marami tayo. Marami tayo na mayroong passion sa pagtiteaching. Always remember, be ethical teacher. Be impeccable teacher. You know what is impeccable teacher mean? A sympathy, an empathy, lahat na ng mga positive, nasa iyo na. Kapag nagawa mo yon, wag lang 1 year or everything, dapat ginagawa mo yun every day. Kasi sa totoo lang, alam ko, maybe some of the teachers are napapagod na din. Dahil din maybe the school environment. Pero tandaan mo, huwag kang mapagod hanggat nandyan pa yung mga bata na umaasa sa'yo. Ano sabi ni Dr. Zerisa? Ang mga kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan. Okay? So, and I am Marie Jose L. Pascual. I hope you love my report. Ang haba-haba, oh. 1 hour na din yung report ko. So, thank you. Yun lang. Bye-bye. Ito na yan.